Okay, part two. We have to break these videos up into two parts because it will only allow us to record a 5-minute segment on the utility that we're using. So where we left off is we need to insert the state of Indiana. So as I was saying, probably the easiest way to do this would be to figure out where it goes, just using your skills in alphabetizing, just manually thinking, well, where does Indiana go? It would go between Illinois and Iowa. So we want to insert a row for Indiana between Illinois and Iowa. So the way we're going to do that is we are going to select the row that is going to be below our new row. So that would be Iowa, because Indiana needs to go above Iowa. So I'm going to go ahead and click the 14. Once again, I can't just select the cell. I can't select just the cell A14. I have to select the entire row 14. So I'm going to click on the 14 right here, and that will select the entire row. And I'm going to, there are a couple ways to do this, but one way is to go to the cells block here, cells group, click insert, and insert sheet rows. And now I have a new blank row to work with here. So I can go ahead and key in Indiana, and I'm going to have to figure out what the population of Indiana is. So go ahead and go to your search engine, go to Google or whatever search engine you use, and type in something like Indiana population. I'll go ahead and do that off screen here, and looks like 6.692 million. Now we have to use a little sense here. So, well, not necessarily sense. If we were to put in 6.692 million, well, that is not in the same format as all the rest of our numbers, which will be disadvantageous when we try to do something mathematical with these numbers, such as add them all up. That is what I just keyed in as not a number, so it's going to return an error. It's not going to allow us to do something like add them up. So we need to put this into number format. So 6.692 million is 6,692,000. 6,692,000. Okay, so I believe we've completed that step. Okay, step 6 is insert a new row above row 1 and add in some titles. Add in the title in column A, state, and in column B, population. And then fill the title cells with green and bold them. Okay, so we're going to do what we just did for the state of Indiana, but we're going to do it for a title row. So I'm going to select, again, I want to put a new row above row 1. So I'm going to select row 1, and I'm going to go to my cells group on my home tab, click insert, and insert sheet rows. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in my titles, state, and population. Okay, and we're going to want these cells to be green. So what I'm going to do is I can do them one at a time, or to save time, to be more efficient, I can select both cells and do them at the same time. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to click anywhere right in the middle of the cell A1 where I have my normal icon, just my white arrow there. So I don't want to have this icon. I don't want to have this icon. I want to just have the white arrow. I'm going to click and hold, and I'm going to pull over. And I've selected both cells, A1 and B1. And I can go ahead and change them to a green color by going into the fonts group and going to this fill color tool. Click that down arrow and select any of my green colors. I'll go ahead and do that one. Okay. And while I have both of these cells selected, A1 and B1, I can go ahead and do any other formatting changes to them that I would like. So I can go ahead and actually bold them now. I can go ahead and click the bold. Okay. Now I've got my title cells and the formatting completed on those. Okay. All right. Also, it says center align them. So I still have both cells selected. So I can go ahead and in the alignment group, center,